Hi, in this video we're going to take a look at rejoining a game. So this is going to be a two-part video. In this video we're going to cover the part where the host is still in the game and you want to rejoin the game. In the next video we're going to cover the part where the host also left the game and is back in the lobby and you want to join him back in the lobby. So yeah, this is what it's going to be for this video. There's a lot of moving part in this video. If you need any help, if you're confused or anything, don't forget that we have a Discord server where there's a lot of people that can help you. You can go there, ask questions, talk with a lot of amazing people. So if you need some help or anything, don't forget that you can join the Discord. So yeah, let's get started. All right, let's take a look at what we changed on the main menu to have that functionality. So the only thing we did, that I did, is copy paste the join button to have a rejoin button. So it's disabled by default, but if there is a lobby that was already joined, we're just gonna hide the two of them and just enable this one so that the person will have to click the rejoin button and can join the button. Now, there's like a lot of ways to implement a rejoin mechanism. You could want to make it optional and then kind of have it here underneath. Let's say I have it here and then I put it just underneath like this so that the person can choose to join rejoin or decide to host another game. That could be one. On my side, I forced the player to rejoin. This is just a personal choice. It has really nothing to, it adds nothing to the game. It's just for me to show you one way of doing it. So yeah, so for now I'm gonna on my side put the rejoin button on disable, and in the main menu controller we're gonna add functionality to detect if there was a lobby that the player joined, and then we're gonna enable it. So yeah, let's go in the menu controller and start doing that. Okay, so now in Writer, what we want to do is we want to duplicate that button, and it's going to be a rejoin button. So it's pretty simple. And then what we're going to do is we actually don't have this, but we're going to have a start, because right now we want to do something whenever the player reach the main menu. As of before, we didn't have any. So what we want to do is if the and we're just gonna do it here. Let's put this as async, and we're gonna call the game lobby manager, that instance that HasActiveLobbies. Okay, so we're gonna ask the game lobby manager, hey, does this player have any lobbies active right now? At this point, the player's already logged in and everything, so we're gonna be able to have that answer. If there is, personally, and that's personally, like I'm going for more of a competitive game approach with that rejoin. So if you have a game in process, then you cannot start a new game. So for me, it's that. For you, maybe you just want to activate that button. But for me, I'm going to hide the host. And join button. So set active to false. It's going to be the same thing for the join button. And then I'll put the rejoin button. Gameobject that set active to true, and I'm gonna add the listener at this point. Rejoin button dot unclick dot add listener, and then we're gonna do a method on rejoin game clicked. There we go. So this is not existing, so we're gonna create it. There we go. So this is just, it created that method here for us to rejoin. For now, we're not going to do anything right away. But what we're going to do is at this point, we need to actually rejoin the lobby. So rejoin the lobby. Let's do a debug log for now. Log, rejoin the lobby. Okay. So yeah, so this is it. We're gonna go ahead and do the start doing the game lobby to detect if there is actually any active lobby right now that this player has joined. Okay, so now let's start by generating this method. Like this. So we're gonna do here, go ahead in here. So it's gonna go in the game lobby manager, and we're gonna do a public async task bool as active lobby. For myself, I'm gonna put it at the top, in fact. So after, let's say, the disable, because it comes before we try to get the lobby code and stuff like that. And there we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to return await lobby manager dot instance dot has active lobbies. Yeah, so that's going to be this. So now we're going to generate this inside the lobby manager. So it's still put it at the bottom. It's a public async task pool as active lobbies. So I'm going to do the same thing and put it at the top with the join code. Yeah, here. Let's go and put it in fact right here. Okay, so this is important. So what we need to do here is we need to do await lobby service dot instance dot get joined lobby async. Here it is. And this actually returns, we can go check, a list of string that are all the currently, a list of lobbies the active player has joined. So it's a list of string, it's the lobby ID. So we're gonna store that. Private list of string, oops, string, not like that, string, and then it's going to be joined lobby, joined lobbies ID. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do is we're just going to say this. Okay, so we're setting it. And then here we need to return, because the question that this method answer is there any active lobbies? So we're going to return, let's say if joined lobbies.count is greater than 0, then we return true. And otherwise, we return false. There it is. So that method is going to give us, is going to answer the question, has this player has any active lobbies? So that's what the game lobby is going to return to here. And then our main menu is going to be able to show the button if it is the case. And if we click it, then we're going to have to return lobby. So let's go in Unity and test that. Okay, so I build the game. You have to keep in mind while testing this that there's this weird thing where the get join lobby function, lobbies function, has actually quite a big rate limit, which is you can only call it once per 30 seconds. So if you miss this thing or whatever, you're gonna get rate limited if you call it in between that 30 seconds. So it's a little bit weird, but you know what? It's their API, their rules. So so we're gonna go ahead in here. So I did a build. I'm gonna host in this one, and I'm gonna join here. CCT 3XA. Okay, so joining. Here we go. So now I'm in the lobby. We're gonna ready here, and start the game. So here it is. I'm gonna leave the lobby in the game, leave the host in the game so that I still have the game, because this is also a thing. If the hosts leave the relay connection is closed and everyone is disconnected. So you really have to, that rejoin functionality is really more for the clients, not the host. So I'm here with the client. So I'm gonna press escape to get my mouse back, and I'm gonna stop this. So the host is still in the game. We're gonna move him even, put him here, and then here it is. Now I'm gonna start again here, and we're going to get that null reference exception. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, so let me fix that while the host is still in here. We're going to the main menu, MainMenuController, and we need to link that join button here. Let's go join button. Not join screen, sorry, the join button, the rejoin button here. There we go. And now we're gonna save, go back to the init scene, and then play. I don't know if they're gonna be able to connect. I'm not sure. I think they would be. So here we go, we rejoin. So now if I click on the rejoin button, we have the rejoin lobby. So perfect. Now we actually need to, whenever he clicks, actually get that lobby and get that player back in the game. So for that, we're going to go back in Writer. Okay, so we are back in Writer in that rejoin click function. So what we need to do is pretty much the same path we do for most function here is we're going to call our interface with the Unity services, which is going to be the game lobby manager. So we're going to make this still an async function, async, and then we're going to say await game lobby. Let's say first, let's store the result because we're going to need a bolt for that. Succeeded equals await game lobby manager dot instance dot rejoin game. So here I'm just saying like this is going to just rejoin the latest game, and if succeed, then we want to do the same thing as we were doing here, is that we're going to go to the lobby scene. And then this is where what we did is kind of super cool. It's that when we get in the lobby scene, the normal flow is going to get back. It's going to just chime in. Like it's going to check, do I have a relay code? Yes, you're going to have a relay code because we're going to get the same lobby. The lobby has already a relay code synced. So when he gets the lobby, he's going to immediately transfer to the game. You're going to see it. It's pretty cool. So we're going to go ahead and generate that rejoin method. This one I'm fine with having it at the bottom here. So here, what we want to do is ultimately we want to do await lobby manager dot instance dot rejoin lobby. The only thing is this is going to be in the lobby, the lobby manager. So we're going to go in here and do that. So let's go here and create that rejoin lobby function. And now I would like for this to return me a bool to say if it's successfully did it or not. So what we want to do is we're going to do a try catch here. So try, and here we want to set our own lobby here, because what we want to do is let's do it like this, and we're going to say await lobby service dot instance dot reconnect to lobby async. So this actually takes a lobby ID, and that's good because what we did here with the has lobby, whenever we checked if the player already had lobby, here we stored the lobby IDs that the get join lobbies returned to us. So we have it. So what we're going to do here is pretty simple. We're just going to pass the first one. So we're going to go here and say join lobby ID at 0. So we want to rejoin the first one that is in the list. And then what we can do is as simple as doing an update, throwing the event for an update. A lot of events, we don't want that that one. So let's do this dot on lobby updated, which is in the game framework events. And we're going to pass it the lobby. So that says to the rest of the game, hey, the lobby has been updated, okay? So we're going to do catch, and then any exception, system.exception. If there's any exception at all, then we return false. But otherwise, what we want to do is we want to, and that is important. What we want to do here is we need to start again that coroutine, the refresh coroutine. So refresh coroutine equal start coroutine, and then we do refresh coroutine, and that's the thing. So this actually needs to the ID here, and it also needs the time, which is always 1 second. So here it is. That's kind of all we need to do for this, but we need to then return true. There we go. So that way, if everything went well, we just return true. So yeah, this is mostly what we need to do. This is actually the only thing we need to do. Now in the game lobby manager, we can just in fact return this, return await method. That's kind of it. And then in the main menu controller, oh, did I? Oh, I think I cut it. In fact, I didn't. Yeah, on host click, I want to do this. Sorry about that. But on rejoin clicked, then I want to do the scene lobby here. If it succeeds, and everything should be fine. So let's go back in Unity and test that. Okay, so I actually came with a little problem while recording the video, which is that if you close everything, everyone leaves the relay connection. The relay connection is closed, but the lobby isn't, and there's supposed to be a maximum timeout of 2 minutes on the lobby. Like if you're inactive in the lobby for 2 minutes, it's supposed to close the lobby, but it wasn't. The get join lobbies was still returning the lobbies, so we had problem kind of like making sure we start with a new lobby. So what we're going to do is we're going to implement the leave lobby too, so that we can have that button here. It's going to be mostly for debug purposes, but if at some point you want to add that to your UI, to your functionality in your game, you're going to be able to do it. So let's put here the leave button. So whatever what I did is I just put the rejoin with the position here of the host and this one, but these two are going to be inactive by default. And now I activate the rejoin, and I'm going to reactivate the leave at the same time. So let's go do that in the main menu controller, and then we're going to implement the leave lobby. All right, so let's add our button here. So I'm going to duplicate one, and it's going to be the leave lobby, leave button. We're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to do here .Gameobject .set active to true, and then we're going to say we're going to subscribe to the onclick on leave lobby. Well, leave game, yeah. Well, you know what? There's going to be a difference between quit and leave, and I'm going to generate it. So it's going to be here, and what we're going to say is we're going to, it's going to be an async, because it's going to call the game lobby manager, and we're going to do await game lobby manager .instance .leave lobby. It's gonna, in fact, I'm gonna call it leave all lobby, okay? Because we're gonna make sure that we quit all the lobbies. So let's go in, generate that. There it is. So here it's async, and it's gonna be like lobby manager .instance .leave all lobby for now, and maybe we're going to find out that it needs something else, and I'm going to generate that, and that's where we're going to do that functionality. Okay, so here what we want to do is we want to do a for each. This is going to be on the joined lobbies. So the joined lobbies, it's going to be a string, and it's going to be a lobby ID. Okay, so for each we want to try and leave them. So we're gonna go here and do string. We need a player ID for that. Player ID equals, in fact, we can get the player ID outside of here. Let's go here, equal authentication service dot instance dot player ID. Cool. And then here we just want to try and leave the lobby. So await lobby service dot instance dot remove player async, and then we're going to pass in the lobby ID and the player ID. That's it, and we're going to catch here we're going to catch all system that exception. That's that, and then because here did async, we're gonna return the task again a bool. Yep. So here, if there is any exception, we're gonna return false. And here we're gonna return true. Okay, so basically for each lobby that we have joined, that join lobby is populated when we actually at the beginning of the game when we try to get the join lobbies, and then at the end it goes here, and we can just loop through them and remove them. So that's going to help us because the API is kind of a it works in a mysterious way, and sometimes even after the config time of the leaving, when the player leaves the lobby, there's a config that tells how long it is before the players automatically remove. By default in my dashboard it was set to 2 minutes, but it wasn't respected, so I don't know why. I'll still show you how to modify that config for you guys, but that leave button is going to allow us to test a little bit more. All right, so here let's say task bool, and we're going to return that. Return that. And then let's go to main menu, and we're going to say same thing as here. If it succeed, we're just going to put a debug log for us. And yeah, if succeed, we're just going to say on our side debug.log. All lobby left. All lobbies left. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna show you in the dashboard how to modify the config, and then we're gonna test this in Unity. So yeah, everything for that we're gonna go into Unity. All right, so here in Unity, we're gonna go back in Service, Authentication, Configure. It's gonna open us the project setting. Go back to Services. You're gonna get that place where we link actually the project, the multiplayer project. You can use this, the dashboard here, and it's gonna open you a window, an editor window with your actual dashboard. You might have to log in. I was already logged in. And then if we go in multiplayer lobby, right here, config, you're going to see here disconnect removal. If you overhit, it's the minimum amount of time that must pass before a disconnected player is removed from the lobby. On my side, the default was 120 seconds. It was absolutely not respected for some reason. I don't know why, but I would suggest to edit the config and make it smaller. But as I said, get join lobby was still returning me these disconnected times. So anyway, I changed the config in case like it's something I don't understand. At least I wanted this for the test to be this, but so there's environment. If I was on develop, and maybe it yeah, on develop it's not set up properly. So on my side now it's stuck now on develop. So develop. Would have to change the environment somewhere. I don't know how to change that right now, but yeah. So whenever you're here, you should be able to change that config and see in production for me, and then the disconnected removal time. So now with that done, we can go in here, and we're going to go into the main menu. Make sure that in the menu controller, you put that, you link that button here. In the menu, you link the leave to the main menu controller here, and then we're going to test it. So if we do that, because the API is not initialized. So what's happening here? It says that the lobby API is not initialized. I'm going to try to redo it. Oh, yeah, sorry. It's a mistake. We got to start with the init scene. Here it is. He was right. It was not initialized. Okay, so here I have a lobby. Okay, so then I'm going to go in, host a game. So here I created a lobby. So if I go here and I close, now I gotta wait 30 seconds to show you this, but after the 30-second pass, what we're gonna see is that the lobby is still active. Even though we set the config to 20 seconds, that get join lobbies is still gonna send us the lobby for some reason. All right, so did a build of both, and then you see that here this person is in lobby, so we're gonna leave it. And we're going to close the build, and I'm going to start a new version of it. So this one should not be in any lobby. And there it is. Now I'm not in any lobby anymore. So I'm going to host here. There you go. I got the code. Here I'm going to join. Let's go. We can join. And here it is. The person is here. We're going to wait for them to spawn here. Okay, I'm going to ready up. Ready. And then I'm going to start the lobby. Start the game, in fact. Yeah, I'm going to get out of the way. Let that other player spawn. So let's go. So here I am. Boom, 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 boom. I can actually be in the same lobby. And then I'm going to leave. But this time I'm going to let that host there. And I'm going to join again. I'm going to have the same thing happening here. So rejoin and leave. This time I don't want to leave. I want to rejoin. Here it is. I'm getting into the lobby. And then automatically I have the code, so I get back into the game. So the only problem comes when you close this and the host also leave. Then both are going to be in that state where they are part of a lobby. So let's go here. So we got that rejoin leave, okay? And then that config that we see, I tested it again, but yeah. This one had too many requests. I got rate limited, so this is again the part where I need to wait 30 seconds to ask again for the lobby. So be right back. All right, so I've waited long enough. Let's start it again. So I shouldn't have that rate limit here now. So let's go and start. So the config seems to work. The lobby got reset here. We should get also no lobby. There we go. So yeah, so now let's go. I'm gonna host. And I'm going to join here. HD. And we're going to see one more problem with our system, which is when the relay get closed. So let's go here. I'm going to move the host out. Let's see that this one is coming here. So now I'm in the game, okay? As I said, let's close this and let's close the host connection. So what's going to happen is whenever the host leaves the game, it closes the relay connection. So our relay code is no longer relevant, but we still have it in our config. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem. So let's start it again, but we should still be able to join the lobby. So here we can rejoin, which means we're back in the lobby with the same code. But here we have a problem. We're kind of in a stale because our code detects that there is a join code for the relay, but the join code doesn't work. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to handle this, but it's not going to be in this video. This video was mostly for if you're in game and you're trying to rejoin, you should be able to do so. If you disconnect from the game and then the host is still in the game. So yeah, there it is for the rejoin. This one is a little bit of a hard one to test and do all those things, but hopefully you guys managed to get through this without too much hurdles. And if you didn't, or if you're blocked on something, there's always the Discord where we can help you guys get that functionality in. And there it is for the rejoin a game video. In the next video, we're going to do the rejoin a lobby, which is going to be a little different because like I said in this video, there's still that problem where when you join a lobby, and it's in the lobby, you still have that relay code that doesn't reset or empty when the hosts leave. So we're going to fix that. If you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.